with lifemodder.com, and today I'm here to show you how to install Linux Mint. Reasons why you may want to install Linux Mint. If you have an old desktop that you want to bring back to life that Windows 7 forced you to install Windows 10 on and basically killed it. Probably because Windows 10 is very buggy and laggy, and they force you to update when you don't want to, usually right when you're in the middle of a work project or something along those lines. Other reasons to install Linux Mint is it's very secure, and there's just no added rogueware or malware or any of that sort of thing on it, so it runs very smooth. It uses very minimal resources, and it doesn't force you to do anything you don't want to do. Ever since I started using it, I fell in love. It reminds me of like Windows XP, and if you think you got to be a Linux guru to use it, you don't. You don't really need to know command line to run Linux Mint. Not that it doesn't help, but there's lots of GUI interfaces to do anything you need, like installing software and apps. There's a free app store. And really, I don't know, all around, it's just the way to go nowadays, I think, if you don't like Windows 10. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, guys, first thing I'm going to have you do is you can do this on Windows 10 or Windows 7, whatever you have. First, open your browser, and the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Linux. You can just search Linux Mint. I'm pretty sure it's linuxmint.com, correct? You want to hit this download button, and here I recommend Linux Mint Cinnamon. You can look up the different versions. They're just different GUI interfaces and personal preference, but I think the most popular one, which is my preference, is Cinnamon. So you want to hit on Cinnamon, and then here are all your download links. I would pick a USA server, and I already downloaded it, but you hit that and then it's going to download. And here's mine, actually right here, Linux Mint Cinnamon, Linux Mint 20 Cinnamon 64-bit. And then you're going to want one more application. So you can go on Google, type in Rufus, R-U-F-U-S. And then also, so it's the first website that pops up on Google. And you'll find a page like this, and you want to go here and download. This version right here, the 3.12, that's going to be the installer version, or if you prefer not installing a program, you can just get the portable version. So get one of those, download them. Again, I already downloaded it, so I'm going to go ahead. First we'll install Rufus, and one other thing you're going to need, oh, it's already running, my bad. So I already installed it. If you run the portable version, either way, you guys should know how to install a program. You're also going to need a USB drive with at least 2 gigs of memory on it. I think the image for Linux Mint is like 1.8 gig, but I would just go for 2 because I don't think they sell 1.8. And once you do that, format it to like the FAT format, and then plug it into your computer and open Rufus. And you're going to see right here, this is my drive I already formatted. I named it LM for Linux Mint. It's actually a 16 gig. That's the device you're going to be installing to. So, and then this section is the ISO, the image file that you just downloaded, the Linux Mint in an image file. So you want to hit here, and I'm going to go to downloads because that's where it is. And here's my image right here, Linux Mint 2070 or 20 Cinnamon, sorry. So you hit that, and then you hit start. It's going to say it's application, blah blah. I would just hit yes to go for it, and it's gonna start. It's gonna make this image bootable. So just hit OK here, right? ISO image mode recommended. It's gonna ask you to destroy all data on your USB. So if you had anything on there, back it up before, and hit OK. And it's going to image your drive. And what this program does is it makes the image bootable on your USB. If you just dragged it over onto the USB drive, the image file, it won't be able to boot to that. This makes it so it's a bootable image. So that way once you boot your computer up, you can boot into it and then install. Alright guys, it finished installing. So the next part, so now you have a bootable image. You can close out of Rufus. You can go in here, you can eject your Linux Mint USB drive. And the next step is you're gonna have to reboot, and you're gonna have to boot into this device. And you're going to have a hard drive installed on. If you don't mind anything that's on your Windows hard drive, and you just want to wipe your Windows 10, Windows 7, whatever operating system you have, you can just boot into this drive and delete everything on your hard drive and start over with Linux Mint. But just a warning, you're going to lose everything. So if there's pictures, music, documents, whatever you have you want to save, back those up first. Just a warning, because this will delete everything if you install it in a certain way. You can also install it to where it installs on top of Windows. I'm not going to do that, but there is an option in here, and you can go ahead and do that as well. And it's pretty similar install, so if you follow my guide, you should be able to do the same. Okay, so what you want to do is hit start and restart, or start button and then restart your computer. And once it boots up, every computer is different, but you want to select your bootable device. So it's either the delete button, F12, F8. I think I've even seen escape, but it's usually F12 or delete or F8. Try all those, and if that doesn't work, if that doesn't bring you to your boot menu, you can also go into your BIOS, which is usually F2 or escape, and then find your bootable devices and make it boot your USB drive first. But if you were successful in rebooting and selecting the boot device, select the USB drive. I believe it'll say Linux Mint and the name of your drive, and hit enter, and then hit start Linux Mint, it'll boot to the desktop, and then you can install. Don't install it from the boot menu. So it'll boot straight into Linux Mint, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button and reboot now.
Okay guys, if you follow my directions correctly, how to boot your Linux Mint USB drive, you should be at this screen right here. And this is Linux Mint. This is the desktop. It's not installed yet, but this is like a preview of it before you install it. You can test it. You got your volume control here, your network connection, your docked applications. Here's your start menu, just like Windows. You got accessories, calculator, your different apps like that, your simple apps like image viewer and things of that nature. And your graphics, your picture viewer, and probably you would have, if you had a picture editor, be in here, document scanner, internet, BitTorrent client, your email, Thunderbolt mail client, your browser, your Firefox. You can also install Google Chrome if you like. You got LibreOffice here. There's no Microsoft Office on Linux because it's not Microsoft. If you really need Microsoft Office, there is a way to run it on Linux, but it's not created for Linux natively. But if you don't want to go those lines on trying to make it run on here, which would be in another video, you can use LibreOffice, and I believe it's compatible with like 98% of Microsoft Office files, and it has pretty much everything that Microsoft Office does. So you can go ahead and try these out. It comes by default. Here's your sound and video, just video player, things of that nature. And then also, if you want to install other apps, you can type in software up here, go to Software Manager, and this is going to be your free app store. All the apps are free and they're all open source. You're not going to have every app Windows has. There are a lot of the same ones like Steam or WhatsApp or VirtualBox, or there's tons more, but there are also some apps that are just made on Windows that aren't made on Linux. And if you really need one of those apps, there's usually another app on Linux that does the same thing. So just do your research and you should be able to find everything you need. Linux is a great operating system, and I've been able to do really anything I need to do with their app, all the apps they provide in their app store and whatnot. So if that sounds good to you, we're going to close out of that and we're going to install Linux. So you're going to hit this Install Linux Mint and choose your language. I'm English, so I'm going to hit Continue. Again, English, Continue. And here, if you want to install if you need to use a lot of video formats and that kind of thing, you want to choose Install Multimedia Codecs. I am not going to because I'm just doing this for demonstration, but I believe you need an internet connection to install that as well. But you can check that box and hit Continue. And then here, depends on your setup. If you're trying to install alongside Windows, so it's like a dual boot with Linux Mint and Windows, there should be an option here that tells you can do that. I don't have Windows hard drive installed on here, so I am going to just hit Erase Disk and install Linux Mint. It's the only hard drive I have in here. Usually I'll unplug the other hard drive just so it doesn't overwrite them. But also, if you do have other hard drives or you want to do something different, you can hit this and choose your hard drive. You can format them and that kind of thing. And you can manipulate whatever you need to do. You want to change it to ext4 for install. That's the partition format. That's for Linux. If it was Windows before, it'd either be NTFS or FAT32. You want to change it to ext4 and format. You can delete it, change the partition, do the new partition table and all that. But I'm going to go back here and I'm going to hit Erase Disk and install Linux Mint because that's all I need to do on this drive. I'm not saving anything. I'm just wiping it clean and installing over it. So I hit this. It says it's going to overwrite everything on here. I'm okay with that. Make sure you back up your data if you need something on there before you hit Continue, because after you hit Continue, it's all gone. Continue. And then you can choose where you're at. Just leave it default. It doesn't matter for me. Hit Continue. And here is going to be your name. I'm going to put test. And then this is your computer name. I'm going to put PC test. Username. And put in a password. So this is going to be your username. I believe it has to be lowercase. Computer name can be and your name can be uppercase, but username lowercase. And you can choose login automatically or required password. I would recommend required password so you have some security, and hit continue. Okay guys, so once you get here, your installation is complete. You can hit restart and you can unplug your USB drive, your Linux Mint one, and now it should reboot right into Linux Mint and you can enjoy your desktop. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to reboot into my Linux Mint desktop that I've already had just so I can show you.
Okay guys, if you rebooted and you got to this screen, your Linux Mint installation is complete. Congratulations. This is my desktop that I've already installed a bunch of apps, you know. But yeah, enjoy. One other thing I want to show you, this is how you run updates. Hit refresh. This is where all your updates will be. You can hit install once they're done. Keep your operating system updated, and you can run them anytime. You're never forced. I'm already up to date, but you would hit install updates if there was. Keep it up to date if you like, and there you go. If you like this video, once again, please subscribe to my channel and check out more life mods. I mod anything from, you know, any kind of electronics. I like modding, you know, different kind of things and make them work differently than they're intended to save you money and just to have fun doing cool little tech projects. I also do some off-grid projects and car repairs and really any kind of life mods to make your life easier. So if you really enjoy this content, please subscribe, and also you can leave a comment on other videos you'd like to see me do, and just keep following up. And you can also check me out at lifemodder.com on my vlog. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Have a good one.